Oh, let's get ready. Hey guys, it's Latoya here with Elevated Standards. I hope that gave you a good laugh. One of my favorite things to do is to enjoy a boxing match. But before we get started with that, let's talk briefly, extremely briefly, about the 2023 NFL season week 2, which took place in Philadelphia. Eagles kicker Jake Elliott showed all the way out when he kicked a 61-yard field goal, which contributed to the overall win over the Vikings 28-34. But that wasn't even the highlight of it all for me for week 2. The highlight was actually hearing the Philadelphia game, be announced by Philadelphia native and legendary Michael Buffer. For as long as I could possibly remember, I would hear Buffer's voice echo through my homes, just like many others have. His journey into boxing actually started when he was sitting at home watching the fights with his son when one of the announcers made a mistake, and that propelled Buffer into the wonderful world of boxing and becoming the icon that we all know and love. When he was watching the fight, his son was like, "Hey, you can do a better job than that." He pretty much stopped his job as a model and went to Atlantic City and started his career in the early 80s. Any big event had Buffer there. And so even though you came to see the fight of whoever it was at the time, you came and you saw Buffer. And that's a really awesome thing. Of course, there was absolutely no social media. And so he had to rely on his non-technical transferable skills, which are also known as soft skills today. These skills may have consisted of, for Buffer anyway, may have consisted of his confidence, his self-awareness, his attention to detail, his punctuality, his adaptability, and his nonverbal communication skills. Well, as Buffer adjusted to his new career, he tried many phrases to get the audience riled up for the upcoming fight, but they all kind of fell flat. Buffer started his catchphrase. And the catchphrase was so wonderful, and he realized in the early 90s that, hey, the fans recognize this, the promoters and others, they recognize this catchphrase, and they understand that I'm the one who does this phrase. So he started the process in the early 90s for the trademarking filing process. So this covers all forms of media. Along his journey as a ring announcer, he decided to showcase his complementary skills, like his emotional intelligence, his public speaking, which opened up many other doors. Even if you are not a boxing fan, you have seen and heard Buffer. You know what that catchphrase is. You have heard it, you enjoy it, you know what time it is when you hear it, right? You know what time it is. It's time to, you know what I mean? By taking initiative and showing his collaboration skills, Buffer was given the opportunity to become an actor. And he has been in movies such as Rocky, Creed, and a few appearances in sports scenes such as Harlem Nights and other movies. In 2012, Buffer's dedication to the craft has not gone unnoticed, and he was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. That's like so great, you know? Buffer's career teaches us that one moment in time can change the entire course of our lives. What role do you play in this change? Are you like Buffer's son, who encourages others to take necessary steps to change their lives? Or are you like Michael, who actually is the one whose life is being changed? All it takes is that first step. What does the first step look like for you? Is it updating your resume? Is it preparing for interviews? Is it starting a new business or scaling your business? outsourcing tasks and departments so that you can get the job done. Well, it doesn't matter which one it is, because Elevated Standards is here for you. So when you decide to take that first step, remember to go over to elevatedstandardspa.com for a full list of our services. We're here to help. All right now. Bye.